Hey guys, how's it going? It's Ollie here from CryptoVest.com. Today is the 30th of July and we're going to be looking at ADA trading against Bitcoin in two charts here. So we've got a general broader view here of 4-hour candle chart, and then we're looking at 60-minute candles in the chart below, which is focused on this most recent price action, which is consolidating right now. So we'll look at the top one first. And we can see that pretty much since the pump in January, ADA has been traveling in this descending triangle pattern with this sort of strong downtrending resistance and this strong base support, 18,730 sats. And there's also like a secondary support to this base support down further at 16,400 sats, which you can see here in this particular price action actually dipped in. This happened to be a good Adam and Eve pattern that actually turned out to be very bullish for the asset, and it gave it the push to then hit this sloping resistance for the second test, but obviously failed and has since come down. We kind of almost had another one here, but it didn't quite push through, and since has retested this area 3 times now, but has failed. And you can see now we have a bearish divergence between the 50 and 200 EMA as the price action begins to come back down and trace back to this base support. If you look at the Chaikin money flow indicator right now, you can see the asset has fallen well below the zero line here, and is sort of tracking along this bottom, almost the bottom support of the Chaikin money flow indicator here. So you can see the asset in history has had a habit of hitting this point and pushing back up, coming back down, pushing back up. So we're looking at this line now. We can see, if you actually look at it a bit closer detail, it's starting to trace back down. We could see it touch this base and now start to push off. It will coincide with the base support when the asset finally does reach there. And if we look at the RSI as well, we can see that the asset is very, very close to being oversold. It's literally been oversold briefly in an earlier moment, but right now it's just hovering along that 30 value. So if it does reach in this oversold area, we usually expect a recovery, a strong rebound. So it should all be something to look forward to when this asset actually does hit this point, which could be in the next couple of days. So we'll zoom out now and we'll look more closely at the recent price action, this sort of piece right here. And you can see over 1-hour candles, we see other promising signals. You can see that Cardano has actually been inside this nice falling wedge pattern for the last week or 10 days, and it's been really hitting these base support and resistance levels really nicely. It's been sort of bouncing between. Looking at the Bollinger Bands right now, you can see that as we're reaching this consolidation point, right at the point of this wedge, you can see that the Bollinger Bands has been bottlenecking, but is now starting to expand. And if you zoom in a bit closer, you can see that the price action has actually drifted outside of the bands, touched this support, and is now pushing back up again. So we're hoping for it to cross through this central line and then begin this sort of bullish breakout. If you look at the MACD indicator right now, though, it is still showing a bearish divergence with the faster moving average, this blue line, below the slower moving average here. So we'd like to see this start to converge back up towards the signal line to give us an idea that this breakout is possible. If you look at the Cardano roadmap, right now it has 3 days until it is about to announce the new roadmap announcement, so that's something to look forward to as well. So that could give the community something to be bullish about right now. Right now Bitcoin as well is holding really well at its current price point. It hasn't really dropped a great deal in the last 24 hours, so we could expect bulls to be gathering behind that particular asset before trying it again for another bull run. And if that does run, hopefully the rest of the market will enjoy a bit of a boost as well, and that can catalyze a few other bull runs throughout the market. So for the full TA guys with price targets, we'll look at a few other indicators on there as well. Head over to CryptoVest.com. The link will be in the description, and like and subscribe. Thank you.